You mentioned Roy Thompson Hall. A hall with...
There's a whole chapter on that.
No kidding. It opened in 1982, I remember very well. 2 years after Centre in the Square opened in Kitchener. And I recall you in those years, as the hall was being built even, you were skeptical from the get-go.
Yeah, we got into trouble a few times over that. Yeah. I can remember Richard Coulter was CBC producer. Richard Coulter and I were invited up to the architect's office so that we could start planning CBC access for the hall, and if we could get a control room built in and different wiring. So the first time we went up to this office and we were talking to them, and they rolled out the plans for the hall. First time we'd seen the plans. And they rolled it out on this drafting table, and we looked at it, and Richard and we were on opposite sides. And Richard looked up at me, and I looked at Richard, and we both at the same time just sort of shook our heads, because it's not going to work. The basic shape of the hall, that sort of an egg shape.
Mm-hmm.
The stage was at the widest part of the hall where you wanted the early reflections. And we thought, this is going to be trouble. And went on. There was another architect in Toronto, Jack Diamond at the time, who has built a few decent halls since then as well. He actually started CBC Radio, the morning show, interviewed him, and he wanted to start this was before it was called Thompson Hall. It was the new Massey Hall still on these days, right? Jack Diamond said that obviously this is going to need a lot of renovations basically as soon as we open it. So he wanted to start the fund for the renovation of the new Massey Hall immediately, so we wouldn't have to wait so long. And the board of Massey Hall and the new Massey Hall got really upset, and I think they almost threatened legal action if we didn't cease and desist. And of course, the rest is history.